This is Boxing Tickets NI in association with Violent Gentlemen. And we're glad to say we're back with the main man, the pound for pound king, and the Mexican Slayer. Mexican Slayer sounds good. Tyrone McKenna.
It's tough to do. Tough job. Someone's got to do it.
Funny, we've an interview this Saturday. We obviously probably the number one Mexican Slayer, Wayne McCulloch.
So he is.
I think most of his fights were against Mexicans, so
Yeah.
I'm sure he's obviously proud knowing that somebody else is following the tradition and beating Mexicans.
Yeah, that's it.
How's things? Is it sort of like, I know it was like your Fela sort of debut. Obviously, I know you're there in 2019, but obviously now you've been there and be able to experience it yourself and seeing people go mad shouting your own name. Is it still sort of like a come down for you? Like we're 10 days out afterwards?
Yeah. I'm still living the high life. Everyone's coming up to me, still congratulating me, giving ball paints at the bars. So I'm living the good life at the minute. I'm getting fat, as you can see. My face is like chubby face now. So yeah, I'm still living the good life. No training getting done at the minute. Start training next week again. So enjoy my rest time.
Definitely is. Do you blow up much in weight? After obviously your first week or so. We obviously before your fight we knew you were going to have a few Guinness afterwards. But would your weight go up much in between fights, or do you try and maintain it better now?
Well, I put on about 12 pound right after the weigh-in. So, and then now I've put on about 18 pounds. So I only put on about 6 pound really from the weigh-in, which isn't too bad. But I'd probably go about a stone and a half over. So maybe 2 stone if I'm really bad. Just it depends when my fight is. I mean, if I'm not fighting to say December, I'll probably go up to 2 stone. But if I'm fighting in October, I'll go a stone and a half or a stone, hopefully. So
I guess sometimes the more you overdo it, the more you over celebrate and put the weight on, then it's going to be a harder slog getting ready for a fight.
It does, but I think it needed as well because like it likes me. I was training flat out in camp from January, so I need this whole August off because my body was in bits coming to the end of camp. I was getting cut, so I couldn't walk with a bad back. So I need a break. I need a good month off of boxing. Maybe go out runs and stuff like that. But I'm not going to be punching anything for the whole August.
It definitely is, and obviously I was saying to you before we started, you're banned from the British board until the 3rd of September now. So even if a last minute fight come up, you can't even take it.
No, well, I wouldn't want to. my eye hasn't healed yet, but no, that's a usual thing for me to get banned after a fight for 24 days. I think it is always after a fight. A wee guy comes in with a wee letter saying if you're banned. So I'm used to it.
You just wish he was giving you an envelope saying his performance of the night, because obviously obviously I know people having different opinions. Obviously Paddy had a really tough fight with a Russian, and obviously you said what you were going to do, you were going to have a war with a Mexican. Probably I think Jamie had said that probably Paddy's was performance of the night more because they probably expected more of the Russian, but he dealt with him. But you done exactly everything you said you're going to do. Like I was actually very surprised early on because you hadn't fought September. Your timing was completely on point. You were just just like you laser guide it. You just couldn't miss at the start.
I see watching him. I knew what he was about. Like he is a Mexican. He loves to scrap and he's got a good heart, but he hates being pressure put on him. So I think that was the perfect game plan to go out and put pressure and cut the ring off. And when his back touches the ropes, then I can unload my shots. And he doesn't have an unbelievable defense, so I was able to get my shots off pretty easy. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed entertaining the crowd. It's what I sat out for. I could have easily outboxed that man, not throwing a lot of shots around, waited on him, outjobbed him, boxing the back foot and had a bore fest. But there's not a chance I was going in front of 8,000 fans from West Belfast, drunk, having a good day, and going board him. I was going out for a war 100%. I knew it. And I knew the whole camp that I was going out for a war. So I'm glad that the Mexican was there to have a war, and he was a game fighter, because I mean, if you got a fighter that ran away half the time, it ruined my game plan. So I was just glad that we were able to entertain the fans.
And like, like obviously your chin's made of granite, you know, like he hit you some clean punches at times, and you're going, oh, you know, obviously you get the heart in the mouth thing, and obviously we were there at the Catterall fight as well. Obviously you were put down a few times, and you're going, hit a big punch, and I think it was after he put you down, obviously he tried to throw it on you, and it was going, you know, that's when you need the fans sort of behind you there, and
yeah, big time. They were going crazy, but see my chin, like I could take shots in the face all day, but see body shots, stay away from my fucking body. I think just after when he put me down, it didn't even look that big. It was just a nice solid right handle to the body. Took a win from me. I could have stayed up, but he started putting more pressure on me, and I said, look, he could hurt me even more if it just don't. Like I think experience told me to take the knee. And I think I was a great move. So I took the knee, got my breath back a bit, and then he piled it on me. But after that, Pete said, look, he's just going to be looking for the body, because he said that before during the week. He said that he's going to be going for the body shots. So Pete just said, cover up with your arms there. And that's what it did. And I worked the treat. Anytime he threw a punch, I catch counters straight away. I think my counter shots were perfect, and the uppercuts and the right hooks was winning me the fight, I think.
And do you get obviously with the losing to Ohara, you know, last September, I guess, you know, knowing not going out all out war, if you probably had done what you done against Jose Felix, you could either potentially have been knocked out, or, you know, you guess judges just didn't like it differently. Was it more sort of the aggression side coming out in this fight then because of that?
I don't care how hard Ohara Davies hits. He would never knock me out either. No one's knocking me out. I'm on knockable idol, whatever you want to fucking call it. But look, I have a solid chin, and I believe in my chin. And if I fought Ohara Davies again, I would like to fight him again. I'd love a rematch. I would put it on him like I did against Jose Felix. I think that kind of style, that kind of fight suits me down the ground more than any other fight. Is walking forward and cutting people off and catch counter and throwing a lot of volume. It's what I enjoy most. So and what I'm comfortable with. So if I ever got a chance to fight Ohara, I think I'd batter him like going forward.
I know it's obviously we asked for people for question stuff as well, and somebody had asked a question and also mailed us about it as well. And you know, probably our one track mind is obviously on you rather than Ohara, but that win and the feel actually takes you back ahead pretty much of Ohara. You know, he needs you more than you need him, because you're going to have a high ranking now with WBO. You know,
yeah.
I'm not sure where it's going to put you into the rankings. They haven't updated August yet, or obviously you may know it before it's announced. But like you're going into a top 15 ranking there, which is stacked from 1 to 15 pretty much.
Yeah, I actually had a look at it. I was like, I wonder where I'm going to be, and I looked at it now and fuck me, there's some big names in this. But look, wherever I am, it puts me in line to be able to fight for a world title anyway. It's an unbelievable belt. It's an unbelievable position to be in. I hear rumors that Ohara Davies got a big fight himself. So once he comes through it, and hopefully he does come through it, I'd love to have the rematch. Maybe we could even fight for a world title. Who knows? Once Josh Taylor and Jack Kettle have their fight, and maybe they vacate all the belts, me and O'Hara can go at it and go for one. But it puts me in great stand at the WBO Intercontinental. I'm probably in better standing than it was, even if it did win the Ohara Davies fight. And I didn't have this fight. I'm in a better position. I'm in the best position to be in my career. So I'm just excited about big fights. I've said I don't care who it is that I fight or what title it's for. I just want big fights. The likes of Arnold Barboza or Zepeda, anyone like that can give me an absolute war. That's what I want.
I'm looking through the list here, and like from number 3 to number 7's pretty much stacked. Pedraza, Zepeda, Jose Carlos Ramirez, Prograis, you know, and then you've obviously your old stablemate Sam at number 10 there as well. He's obviously fighting Akeem Ennis-Brown next Saturday night. Probably one that probably might be a tasty one there, maybe Viktor Postol. You know, obviously
I'd love to fight him. I'd love to fight that one. I've always said it. I'd want to fight Viktor Postol. He's probably one of the toughest in divisions. He gave Jack or Josh Taylor a great fight. He's given everyone that's beat him an unbelievable fight. He's a tough man, but he's a guy I'd love to have scrap of. I think would be an absolute war in the ring. So I'd love it.
It's one of them ones now where obviously age isn't on his side, but it's a sort of good benchmark, if you're ready. You know the way sometimes you need to fight somebody. It's been a world champion or been in world title fights to know if you're ready. It's like obviously Mick fighting TJ. Now Mick knows he's ready because he's beat a former world champion. Whereas somebody like Postol, you'll go, well, if I get that, then I'm definitely ready. It's like a final box ticked.
Yeah, I think he's a great learning fight for people that are going for world honors. So, Postol's definitely one I want to fight.
And obviously, I think probably one out of that, I think because you have the WBO Intercontinental belt, I think you can't fight for the EBU belt. So probably Sandor Martin's probably out of the equation now. I think you have to vacate the belt for 12 months before.
Can you not fight for the EBU because you fight for the WBO Intercontinental? I thought it was just the European. Is it?
I'm not sure. Probably somebody will probably clarify, maybe watch an interview. But I know Colin O'Hara probably one that would probably tell us. I think with some certain belts, you have to vacate it 12 months before you can then fight for an EBU belt.
I knew it was. I thought it was always the WBO European, just because they classify themselves as the only European belt. But maybe you're right. Maybe it is just WBO all in. I don't know.
But
I would love to have a belt. I've always wanted that belt. Timmy McCarthy's that belt, so I need to get it.
It's like the old sort of way of going towards it. It was like the old sort of European fighter sort of way to get. It was probably the old style would have been British, Commonwealth, European, and then world honors. Whereas sometimes people leave it out and get there. At the end of the day, as long as you still get to your goal, that's all that matters.
That's it.
But obviously, you're the pound for pound king for a reason.
My goals aren't 4 belts. That's I already said that. My goals are to have entertaining fights, and I don't even think Sandor Martin is an entertaining fighter. So I don't even know if I would want to fight him because he's a bore fest. He does moves and boxes. I want wars, as I always said. Obviously, if he's offered to me, I would take it. But he's not something that I'm going to search out for.
Show me the readies, the extra readies on because you're the one who's bringing entertainment.
That's it. I mean, I miss their entertainment.
Carl Frampton obviously put something up the other day, which probably makes sense. When somebody's an entertainer like you are, why is obviously big promoters, not getting online? I guess the good thing with Carl highlighting it, you maybe get a text or something from Eddie Hearn or somebody now and saying,
still waiting on that text, but I honestly don't know why. It does baffle me as well. I obviously when week I entertain people during camps, entertain people on Instagram. I'm very entertaining and very engaging to all the fans. I have a good fan base, a great fan base, and then my fights are wars. So it is quite confusing. It's not like I'm fighting easy fights. I'm fighting tough fights. So it's very confusing the way I haven't been signed up by some. But look, Jamie's doing a great job with me without me even being signed. So can't really complain. I'm getting on big shows anyway and getting big fights, and so I'm happy enough. I'm earning my way up the rankings, so happy.
Definitely is. I can obviously see if the chef's apron's on there. Obviously, it's back to cooking with Tyrone. So your Instagram's going to be back to you obviously making some concoctions. What's on the menu tonight?
It's actually just a chickpea curry and rice. Trying to get semi-healthy Monday to Friday, so chickpea curry is not that unhealthy. So that's tonight's dinner. I'm trying to get my kids to eat different stuff. All they eat is chicken nuggets and chips, so hopefully I'll start eating chickpea curry. I don't think so, but
I guess chicken nuggets and chips isn't a bad thing, I suppose. I guess if they eat the things they like, then they'll probably not torture you as much. Saying they're hungry. I'm hungry, Daddy. Give me sweets.
Fuck, lay non-stop. As soon as you feed them, straight away, I'm hungry again.
The joys.
Desperate.
It definitely is. We've one obviously final question. That was obviously asked to us on Twitter. Somebody actually asked, did you play Gaelic or hurling when you were younger, and what side did you play for?
I did, but it was terrible. Absolutely brutal. Played for St. Aggies. which is a brutal team as well. So no wonder. Me and Gakachi, I obviously grew up with Gakachi, so he was unbelievable at football, hurling, Gaelic, boxing, swimming, everything. And so I just went to his. He played for St. Agnes. He didn't go training. But every week, Saturday, they'd phone him up. We're picking you up. Kakashi we need you because he's so fucking good. He's so talented and everything. But so I used to go with him, but I was terrible. I couldn't see anything with a ball. I'm terrible. The only actually decent sport I'm at is boxing. Everything else, I'm clueless at. I don't know what's going on.
Well, obviously you mentioned that Ando obviously he's fighting next weekend in Birmingham, 10 days time, and obviously we're going over there to support him and stuff as well. But like, it's even his boxing career in his amateur days, like he didn't train, but he could still
he didn't do anything in any like sport, but he's just naturally gifted at everything. I remember he used to like at one stage he trained for a week and he went down and won All Irelands. Like it's insane. He just oozes talent, but hopefully he looks like he's focused on his fight and hopefully batters this man because I love to see Kakachi doing well. He's a legend.
Yeah, I know he was obviously contemplating retirement at a stage. I think when we interviewed him a few months ago, it was sort of a bit hard and a bit raw.
That man is contemplating retirement more than anyone I've ever seen in my life. Anytime I speak to him, fucking retiring and packing it in every fucking time. And then next week I see him, he's got a fight date, and I'm like, "Fuck, you're fucking retired."
But obviously, I think he's improved in the rankings with the WBA as well. I think he's up to 6, even though he hasn't fought nearly 2 years.
Yeah, he's flying. The Plunker boys are flying.
Definitely is. And one other thing I sort of noticed is obviously in 2021, with obviously every Irish fighter was in big fights was obviously losing, and obviously you've booked the sort of trend with that now, and obviously I know Paulie had a big one as well, but obviously you had Carl getting beaten and Tenny getting beat as well and things. And
yeah.
You've obviously booked the trend now, and then obviously it's now, Tommy was obviously beaten obviously in fight camp as well, so you've sort of bucked the trend and went, no, that's it.
Hopefully that's things to come. Hopefully everyone starts winning though. I mean, and we'll get a couple of big shows in Belfast again.
We need a massive show in Belfast. Like I think it's nearly coming up now 4 years since Matchroom were last in Belfast. You'd think with Tommy and Tenny there.
Eddie Hearn doesn't want to know me, so fuck's sake. Eddie, where are you at? Come to Belfast. I'll put on a show for you.
You'd sell out yourself. Obviously, everybody's saying legend, blah blah blah, everything else, and you're just one of the lads. Pretty much, is what they would classify as like a people's champion. You don't need a belt. Just pay me on a fight.
I'm going around my street handing out stout. They call me Stouter Claus around here.
Seen that on your Instagram yesterday.
I've been flat out this week, going around the neighbours giving them stout.
But that's the wee things that make a difference sometimes that people want. If you're in your community, you're not doing it for likes or anything else. You're doing it because you want to obviously help people. You've just had a big fight. They've probably been out supporting you and everything else.
100%.
And now it's giving wee things back.
I love the support. So anything for the fans.
Definitely does. Well, look, obviously we told you we'd keep it short because we know you can't wait to get cooking. It's obviously been great getting a wee catch up with you. Good to see your eyes are healing as well. Obviously enjoy your downtime. We'll look forward to cooking with Tyrone on your Instagram. Everybody that's not checking it out, be sure to check it out. But
check it out.
I'm sure we're going to catch up again soon, Tyrone.
Yeah, see ya.
100%. Cheers. Take care.